Hey guys, Great Creator here, and today we have another BRICKLINK Haul. Now, we are in widescreen this time, because I'm going to be doing this haul in the old format, where I open it on camera and just kind of look at everything inside. So yeah, cut to the opening. So we got all the parts here, and luckily they have organized all the parts out in the bags in different categories, so I will be dumping all those out and looking over everything. So yeah, cut to them when they're more semi-organized. Alright, so right off the bat, just so I don't forget, the seller that I bought from goes by the name of Piece of Pie, and unfortunately, I did order 3 pieces that they actually didn't have in stock, and it was an error. It was 2 of these dark red kind of Gen 1 armor pieces, and one of this actually metallic blue Technic beams. Very, very odd color for Lego pieces if it wants to focus. But yeah, it was an error if it didn't actually have those in stock, but it's fine, not too important pieces. And yeah, so as for the stuff that I did order and I did have, they had a lot of good stuff. So the main thing that I was looking for, oh wow, the lighting does not want to cooperate with me. Alright, so typically when I order a BRICKLINK order, the main thing that I look for is CCBS, because I tend to use up a lot of my CCBS in large quantities, so CCBS is normally the main thing I'm looking for. And here, I got a lot of CCBS pieces. I wanted to try and get a bunch of pieces that I didn't have in that color, or needed, or not really needed more of, just pieces that I didn't have like in that color, or I didn't have that part type of, just to kind of broaden my kind of spectrum of pieces that I can use. And yeah, so starting out with the shells, because they had everything nicely organized. Right off the bat, I got a bunch of these actually printed shells from, I do believe, Fangs was the set that these came from, and there's one more 5 long somewhere in here. There we go. I got 4 of these printed shells from, yeah, I do believe Fangs. And yeah, I had an idea for a mock that could maybe use up all of these, and they had 4 of them, and they all had, you know, they all have like the same similar pattern. So yeah, I just thought it would be cool to use those up on a mock, because yeah, I do like how they look. I also got one of these Savage Planet armor shells. And, that is because I have another one. If I do, I actually I did, kind of look through these a little bit before I started recording. I actually think it's in here. Okay, this was the one I had before, and this was the one that was in the, that I got from here. So I got this, shell from the BRICKLINK seller, and that was because I already had this one, and I'm gonna be brass sewing the printing off of these, so I just can have some dark green 5-launch shells, because I saw in a video that Bricks did that in one of his old Hero Factory videos, and I just thought it would look cool if it did that too. So yeah, this piece I already had. I only got one in the haul. Sorry about that. I was kind of looking through these a bit before I started recording. As for other stuff, I got a lot of lime green shells because I knocked the part out. Got a lot of lime green shells because I didn't have a lot of shells in lime green, so I kind of wanted to get some more pieces in that color. I actually only had one of these extra wide shells in lime green, so yeah, I got another one so I can have a pair of that piece. I got a lot of pieces that I only had one of before, so I can have a pair of them because it's more useful to have a pair when you're mocking. I got 2 other printed pieces, if I can find the other one. There we go. I got one from Scopio and one from, I think Firelord is where this was from. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that. But yeah, it was because I had one of each of these before, so now I have a pair, which is nice. And the rest is kind of just standard CCBS pieces. I did actually... I got only one 3-long shell in dark green, and that was because I do believe those only came in Chi Kragger in that color, and he came with 5 of them, so now I have an even number of them to use. So that is nice, and the rest is just kind of normal, just kind of normal solid colored shells. Pretty much see what you got there. And, yeah, that's pretty much it for the shells. I'm gonna go organize these out, then move on to the other categories. So yeah, cut to that transition. Ooh. So next up we have bones, and the main reason I actually bought from this seller can be found in the bones, and I'll start with those, and those were these 4 bone pieces. Now, I had no idea that these kind of 1-pin length extended lower leg and arm pieces, I had no idea that those came in white until I rewatched the Fatchmac Kasai Christmas special, and I saw that these were on Camellia's lower arms. I was like, whoa, I didn't even know those came in that color. So I wanted to find a seller that had these, and they had them. So that was the first thing that I put in my cart from the store, and I found the seller for there. Then I also got these dark red bone pieces because I was also looking for these, and luckily they had both of them. So that was nice. I was able to get those 4 pieces. Then, for the rest of the bones, I mainly got bone pieces that I didn't have in specific colors. Like, I didn't have bone pieces in these in this azure color. I do believe light azure. I believe it is. I didn't have any of the second shortest ones in yellow. I got one of the shortest length in trans orange, and that is because this actually cost me like $2. I know that doesn't seem like much, but for a single bone piece, especially in the shortest length, $2 is pretty expensive. And that's because, as far as I know, this only came in Mask Maker versus Skull Grinder, and you only got one of them in the set. So I now have a pair to use on Mox, which is more useful than just having one. Then I also got a bunch of red bones, because I actually got a bunch of red bone pieces in my last BRICKLINK haul. But they're actually all currently in use on some Mox. So I got some more shortest length ones and socket-to-socket connectors, which is nice. Then I also got some, I do believe, just upper leg pieces in light gray, because I actually didn't have any bone pieces in light gray before. So that is cool. Then the rest is just kind of your standard black and dark gray bone pieces, except I did actually get just one of the longest lower leg, and that was because I actually had 3 before. I got 2 from a BRICKLINK order, and 1 from Akita, so now I have an even number of those to use. So, yeah, and the rest of the bones, like I said, are just kind of your standard bone pieces. So, that was all really cool. Like I said, the main reason I got this lot in specific was for these 4 pieces. So, yeah, on to the next bag. Alright, so this bag, this kind of section should go by pretty quickly, because this bag was majority of just these specific foot pieces, because I ordered a bunch of them because I'm running a bit low on that specific style of foot piece. So yeah, stocked up on them because these were like 3 cents each for all of these different feet pieces. So yeah, I'm just gonna take out all of these. There we go. I can't talk today. So yeah, you can just see what colors and stuff I got as I'm pulling them out. And, yeah, so the rest is just kind of miscellaneous CCBS pieces. So, just really quickly, I got 2 of these, Stormer XL feet, because I had these in gunmetal gray, but not the flat silver color. I got one of these, kind of utility claw pieces, in, spring green, I do believe, from the Green Lantern set. They only had 1, but I wanted to try to maybe use this on, like, a chest of a Mox, so yeah. I got one of these reddish brown, paw pieces, because I do believe this only came in Ogrum in this color, and I only had 1 in that color, so now I have a pair. Same with this, 1.0, Surge, I do believe, arm piece. I only had 1 in flat silver. Then, rounding it all off, I got 2 of these Ordeal of Fire, kind of like, engine, like, kind of detailed pieces. So, yeah, pretty simple bag, mainly just foot pieces. So, yeah, on to the next bag. My iPad ran out of storage when I was recording this segment, so yeah, that's not fun. But anyway, so, this bag, did thankfully have, a lot of stuff organized out into smaller bags, and it did have a couple things in here were organized into smaller bags before, but I did take them out to kind of look through it. But anyway, so, starting with the stuff that wasn't organized into smaller bags, I got a bunch of these, lime green pieces from Corroder. And these were really cheap. They were like 5 cents each. But yeah, I had a mock idea if I could use them, so I decided to pick them up. I got some of these Beast feet, mainly just because these were really cheap too. They were like 3 cents each, so yeah. And they're always useful to use on mocks. Then the rest of this is just pretty much what I call the G1 armor pieces. And I was actually just running low on just G1 armor piece, like, typed pieces in general. Just pieces that can go on the kind of 5-long socket-to-socket connector pieces for Unica builds. Yeah, I was running low on these types of pieces in general. So yeah, stocked up on them because they had a lot of them for pretty cheap. And yeah, so moving on to the stuff organized out in the smaller bags. I guess I'll start out with this. Got a bunch of the newer style of hand pieces, you know, the ones that are more durable? The ones that are more durable, because I mainly had the older style ones, so yeah. Got a bunch of the newer style ones, as well as some of these, Vizirac, not Vizirac, what are they called? What are they called? Not Vizrak, what am I thinking of? Vaki, socket to socket connectors there. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. So yeah, I got a couple of those, and mainly just the newer style of hand pieces. I got a bunch of the fist pieces. You can pretty much just see what you got there is just everything that's there is what you get. Then, I'm sorry, I am messing up my words here. Then, moving on to, I'd say that these two bags are probably the bags that I'm going to be using the most out of all of these. So, I got some of the free long Technic pins in black, just so I don't have to use the blue ones for a while. Then also, one of these Technic beams, because I had another one in white and I needed them for a certain friend of mine, Self-Mock, cough cough Chryson. Then, this bag, this is beautiful to see. So, I got 20 of the smallest length axles and the free long axles in black. So I don't have to use the gray and red ones, and I have them to use in black. So yeah, I'm really happy I was able to stock up on these, because yeah, like I said, they're going to be really, like, incredibly useful for mocks. Then the other stuff is just kind of generic, so this is kind of just generic Technic pieces. Then here we got mainly barb pieces. One of the, pin to axle friction pieces in black, and this piece is expensive on BRICKLINK. This cost me like, I think it was like $1.50 for this one piece. But yeah, and also two of these ball pieces. If they had some of them in black, I would have gotten them because I'm actually running low on them in black. But yeah, they only had them in red, so I just got two in red. So yeah, that was that bag. Kind of a lot of miscellany, but yeah, pretty cool stuff. So on to, I believe, the last bag. So yeah, let's cut to that. Alright, so this bag mainly had masks and armor pieces. So I guess we'll start out with the masks, because they're probably a bit more interesting than the armor pieces. But real quick, I don't know why, but for some reason these 5 pieces were just loose in the bag when everything else was organized into these smaller bags. So actually, I'll just start with the stuff that was on its own. So I got the Mask of Meltdown, and that's because I wanted to build kind of like a Cyclops-styled mock. So I either wanted to get the Meltdown mask or the XT4 mask, and they had both, but I got the Meltdown mask just because I thought it looked a bit cooler. And fun fact, this is the mask that Kalanelef uses for JoJo in his series. So yeah, then we got some of the 2.0 head and head kind of top pieces. Then we got this piece, and I have no idea what this piece is from or what it was used for. I just got it because it looked weird, and I thought of a couple different ways I could use it. So yeah, comment below if you know what this piece is from, because I had no idea. It was pretty cheap, too. It was like 20 cents. So I'm now moving on to the masks. Well, this isn't a mask. It's one of the 2.0 Surge head attachment pieces. And I wanted to try and get more of the 2.0 head and head attachment pieces, and this was the main one I wanted, because I just thought the whole sight and everything looked pretty cool. So yeah, it was cool to get that. I got this, I do believe this, I know this was used as the Arachnix drone, but I do believe in black this was only on Fornax, and this piece is a lot bigger than I thought it was. Like, comparing it to just a 1.0 Hero Mask, wow, this piece is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. But yeah, I never had any of the Arachnix drone headpieces, so yeah, nice to get that. I would have preferred a silver one, but you know, I'll take what I get. Then, they had, like I showed before, Surge 1.0 helmet, which will be used on, another certain friend's Self-Mock, Cough Cough Zadok. Then, they also had the Ogre mask, and I always wanted the Ogre mask, because I just kind of liked how it looked, as, you know, like an ogre and everything. And, yeah, they had it, and I will say, this is a lot smaller than I thought it would be. Like, comparing that to the Arachnix drone, yeah, I thought this would be a lot bigger, this would be a lot smaller, but nope. So, yeah, that was the heads, and now just moving on to the armor pieces. I will spread these out a bit more. So, we got two of these, kind of like lime green spine pieces from Scopio. I'm going to be going through these kind of quickly. Two of these kind of, I guess, I don't know what you would call these, but, you know, the armor attachments to the bar pieces. And these were actually surprisingly expensive. I think I paid like $1 each for, $1 each for each of these. There we go. So yeah, I don't know why those are so expensive. I got 4 of these, claw pieces. I never had any of these specific style claw pieces, so yeah, I just thought I'd get a couple of them in a couple different colors. One of these villain cores. This was also expensive. I believe this was also like around $1. 2 Nuva shoulders, because I only have like 4 of these pieces left, and they're always useful to use. I do believe, there we go, 4 of these kind of spike pieces, because most of these are on my 2016 Bakuda Combiner model, which I will be taking apart soon, but yeah, I just want to get a couple more, because they are really useful pieces for different things. 2 of these, I do believe these are gunmetal gray. They kind of looked black, and they kind of look black in video. The shoulder pads in gunmetal gray. I got Rangus's chest, because I don't have a lot of the kind of chest styles of, you know, the kind of 6-pack and the 2 lightsaber rod holes there. So yeah, just fun. I wanted to get a couple more torsos in that style. 2 red villain cores, or yeah, I do believe that's what these were called. I don't know what I called the silver one, but yeah, I do believe they're called villain cores. One of these, I don't know what set this came from in this color, but this, what I'm going to call Kasai's sword in, black and silver. Now, I've always kind of wanted this particular sword, like, piece style, because I always like how it looks, and I got it in black and silver, so that way I can use it on more different mocks, and it will fit with more different mocks color schemes. So yeah, that was cool to get. Then, rounding it all off, we got 2 of these, kind of spike armor attachment pieces, and 1 of these... I don't know what they actually, I know that they use these in the 2.0 heroes, but I got 1 because I got 1 in my last BRICKLINK, order, and I meant to get 2, but I only got 1 accidentally, so now I have a pair of those to use. So, yeah, and that will be rounding it off. So, I guess I'll just end it off here. Thank you everyone for watching. I am going to be using all these pieces for, a bunch of characters I have planned for Regions Chronicles, my upcoming series, and, yeah. Thanks for watching. I did this. Tell me actually in the comments. Do you like Tell me in the comments. I cannot speak. Do you like me to do BRICKLINK hauls in this style where I kind of do hands-on look at everything, or the older or what I call Gray Creator style, where I just take pictures of everything and just put music over it, and it's more like a slideshow, and you can pause if you want to see what I got. So yeah, just tell me in the comments which style you prefer more. I cannot speak today. Tell me in the comments which style you prefer more, and I will stick to doing that for future hauls. So yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.